we're just gonna come look for you.
Did I just see...
Maggie, Mouse, and Acid? Yeah.
You look as brain-addled as Queen Elizabeth at a spelling bee.
Well, it's just...
What?
It looked like Maggie turned Mouse into a Humvee, loaded acid into it, and then drove off.
Yeah, I never pictured her driving a Humvee.
Yeah, I know, I was thinking more like a VW bus.
Well, can we focus for a second? Why was Acid here in the first place?
We brought her in for questioning.
Questioning, I guess that makes sense. And Maggie is what?
Helping her? She'll drop Acid off at a halfway house after she...
After she what?
It's not that big a deal. She's just gonna wipe a few years out of her memory.
Just a few years?
Think of it as a blessing, kid.
Bryan, she knows way too much about us. Maggie has a simple fix. One spell to forget her life as a criminal. One spell to forget odds.
One spell to rule them all.
Isn't that kind of extreme?
Yeah, it is, but it's the greatest good for the greatest number here. If we want odds to stay hidden and protected, we need Maggie to do her thing.
Like a witchness protection program.
Complain all you like, you big hairless Wookie. Inside, you're giggling like a wee girl.
Look, guys, Acid is the least of our problems right now. Where have you been? We were worried they'd taken you too.
I was with the customer.
So since you made it back here safely, can we assume the customer is not your supervillain?
No, actually, he's been watching over me the entire time.
I hope you told him he sucks at that.
It was implied. The point is, he gave me a lot of new information, including what happened to Thomas and Sin.
Yeah, Acid told us about that.
Really, what was her version?
Her boss, Mama Blues, sicked the whole gang on Thomas and Sin. Kidnapped them both.
How'd they manage that?
Acid was a bit confused on that point.
That's one way to say it.
Did she tell you where they are?
She said she doesn't know. And I believe her.
That's all right. With my guardian angel's information, I have a vague idea of where they are.
Where?
Somewhere in here.
Couldn't your customer be a little more specific?
Look, I'll explain everything in a minute, but first there's something you need to know.
Bad news?
The worst.
This is bad. Really bad. I should have known something like this. Actually, no, I did know something like this would happen. I knew exactly this would happen. I said, let me handle it, let me take care of this one thing, but no, you had to do it your way, and now here we are.
It's not that bad.
Not that bad? I look like a third shift lounge singer. Ladies and gentlemen, the Diamond Lady Riverboat Casino is proud to bring to the stage the smooth jazz vocals of Jack Assery.
Don't you think you're going a bit overboard?
No! What's overboard is your goons thinking it would be hilarious to get my change of clothes from my 1980s collection.
Pops, you have a closet for every decade. You're lucky they didn't get something from the 1880s.
This sucks. I have an image to maintain.
Image? What for? Friends? Business associates? You're not gonna have any friends after this. And with 3 businesses up in flames.
God damn it.
As usual, all you have left is me. And we're a bit old to be taking trips to the zoo and getting ice cream.
I haven't asked for any of that, Baby Blues. As a matter of fact, I haven't even asked for a cut of that major payday you're getting from Dr. Frankenstein.
But you do want something, don't you? Otherwise, you wouldn't have done any of this. Oh, tell me. I'm just giddy with anticipation.
Okay, fine. I want you to go straight.
Go straight. You've endangered your friends, abandoned everybody who could stand aside of you. And for all of this, all you want is for me to go straight. Hypocritical much?
I never wanted my life for you.
Then you shouldn't have made it look like so much fun.
I'll take that as a no.
I have worked all my life to get here, Pops, and unlike you, all I get is one. And now you want me to give it up. You really don't know what it means to be human, do you? With that clock ticking away? Some businessman you are.
Meaning?
You have all the time in the world, Pops. The more you have of something, the less it's worth. That's just basic economics. And now you're here looking for redemption. Well, maybe you need to be redeemed, but I don't. So if you want to give up on your life, go ahead. I still have use for mine.
I haven't given up.
You've betrayed everybody who cares about you. If that's not giving up, I don't know what is. Face it, Pops. It is time for you to do what you do best. Run away and start a new life. 'Cause this one is over. You and I are over.
If you're so anxious for me to leave, then why am I still a prisoner?
Only prisoners here, Thomas and that girl.
Her name is Lois.
You're as free to leave as I am.
So you and I aren't prisoners.
No, we just can't leave yet.
Yeah, can't imagine how that confused me.
He just wants us to stick around until he has all he needs from them.
Needs that don't seem to bother you one bit.
Other people's needs seem to keep me fed. You should understand that more than anybody.
Where has that attitude gotten you?
Where hasn't it? I'm at the top of my game.
So am I. I have power, like you. I have money, like you. I have a weird circle of friends that can't really count on me, like you. And it's taken me several lifetimes to get here.
And I hope you learned something along the way.
I have. It's that it's never enough. You say I don't value time? I value time enough to know that if you follow in my footsteps, you'll waste your life like I wasted mine. And I have one thing that you'll never have.
And what's that?
Another chance. Fuck. I'm gonna go see if I can break into one of these idiots' lockers.
You're crying now.
Not helping.
Says you.
Okay. Thanks. This sucks.
No good?
No, Helen's hit 3 addresses. Maggie's checked 4. Nothing so far.
This is a huge waste of time.
No, it isn't. It can't be. We've got this.
No thanks to Daddy Warbucks over here.
You know what? At least he gave us something, right? I mean, we just have to work through all this. It'll work.
Whether it works or not, it's all we've got right now.
Seven flybys, jack shit.
Let me put on my surprise face.
Well, hey, that's just 7 fewer places to check, right? We just need a bit of luck.
If only we had a reliable source for that.
You furries.
Oh, Chase!
But guys, this isn't helping anything.
My money's on the Yeti.
I need some air.
So I take it you guys got nothing?
Nothing so far. What's with the beard?
I've been participating in an anger management class.
What?
I was wondering if, knowing what we know, we should maybe look into Sin's businesses too.
What's left of them?
I mean, it makes sense to.
Well, there are other places that we can check before we...
Don't look at me, laddie.
Look, I'm sorry. We're all tired and it's a difficult situation.
You don't say.
I could have introduced the idea a little more tactfully.
Yeah, you could have. Look, I'm sorry too. I'm just not ready to believe that Sin could have. Not until I hear what he has to say. God, there's so much I don't know about what's going on. I'm not used to that. It just hurts to think that the people I care about are keeping things from me.
I understand, and I'm sorry that I've been one of them. I just.
Bryan,
I am an idiot.
Got that right.
why are you an idiot?
in the interest of getting everything out in the open and getting us out of the funk that we're in, you need to come with me.
Right now. Where?
Downstairs. I need to show you something.
You do realize no good has ever come from following strange men into basements, right?
Just come with me. Quickly. Are you coming?
No girls allowed.
If ever there was a time to ignore the rules, this is it.
What is this place?
This is where Thomas keeps all his paperwork.
And this?
New stuff to go through, but before we get to that...
Okay, I can tell you're not gonna be able to concentrate until you say what you need to say, so go ahead. Sound like things could get any worse.
Are you sure? Look, I know you're freaked out about Thomas being gone and about Sin being...
Don't.
Just let me finish. Things are bad, but don't forget you're not alone in this. Everyone is working to solve this, and I'm one of those people. This is important to me too.
I know.
Of course you do. You can sense everything I'm feeling, but I'm just gonna lay it all out there anyway, okay? I want to get Thomas back. Because he's a friend, yes, but more than that, because he's your brother.
Bryan.
And Diana, you mean the world to me. If I can lighten your load and be even just a part of the reason that you're happy again, I'm gonna do whatever it takes. And I know you have more important things to think about than me, so I won't bring this up again unless you do. I don't want to violate your personal space even more than I already have.
Bryan,
Yeah.
we're still holding hands.
Look, the point is, I'm not
Okay,
trying
no,
to...
I get it. I told you I needed space to sort out how I'm feeling, and you're trying to give me that.
By annoying you with declarations of love, which is exactly what you asked me not to do, at least until you knew how you felt about us.
Bryan, I know exactly how I feel about us. Spoiler alert, it isn't bad.
Well, okay then.
Declarations of love, huh?
Yeah, kinda, I guess.
Way to be assertive, Turbo.
Shit.
You really need to warn me before you do that?
So much for knowing what I'm thinking.
So, Thomas was investigating our deaths? I mean, what happened to us?
Yeah, he was trying to figure out what made you guys the way you are. This is, well, was everything he'd found so far.
So that's the secret you guys were keeping.
I wanted to have answers before we told you.
What's that?
Ah!
Oh.
Looks like addresses to 4 different properties.
What properties?
Let me see. Evil fucking mastermind.
Wait, what are you talking about?
These properties are all connected to Dr. Ernst von Liefles. These aren't in the papers upstairs.
I thought your guardian angel knew everything.
Well, these might not show up in a computer search. It looks like he inherited these from an uncle like 30 years ago and put them in some shell corporation. Jinko. Seems fitting.
Wait, so we have 4 new addresses to check now, right?
Yeah.
What are we waiting for?
You're still here. I thought you would have collected your bounty and pissed off by now.
No bounty.
Bounty, booty, whatever you backstabbing assholes call the reward you get for betraying your closest friends.
You think this is about money?
Whenever someone says it's not about money, it's about money.
This is real life, not the NFL.
So, what do you want?
I'm here to take you upstairs.
Great. I was only sticking around in the off chance I'd have an opportunity to snap your fucking neck. So, let's do this.
Just be a good boy and come quietly.
Why should I?
Look, I know this is gonna sound ludicrous, but you need to trust me. There are plenty of reasons for you to do what I tell you.
Do you seriously think that you have a single, solitary reason that would matter?
Lois is upstairs.
I hate you so much right now.
Understood.
This is still gonna end with you dead on the floor.
All in good time.
Oh, my dear. Who would have thought that it would come down to you? I knew you were alone after the boy died, of course. I watched you long enough to see to that. But I concluded you knew nothing and shifted my attention elsewhere. You would have remained safe, but your foolish decision to take his records from the hospital, after that, it was absurdly simple.
Thanks to me.
Yes, Miss West. As usual, you've been most helpful. Without you, I would not have known about the record tampering.
Or how to contact Mama Blues for support, or the details of my Uncle Herbert's research.
Yes. Yes. There he is, the man of the hour.
Dr. Ernie.
Dr. Ernie?
Thomas, my boy, I can't convey to you how happy I am to have you here.
Well, the shackles were a little bit of a tip-off.
Yes, well, maybe a little underkill or overkill, given your apparent abilities. Not a good idea.
What have you done to Lois?
She's fine.
Yes, she's sleeping now, unharmed. Now, whether she stays that way is up to you.
You know I can break out of these.
Yeah, not quietly enough that we can't hear you, and not quickly enough that he can't pull the trigger.
Hello, Thomas. I haven't seen you since the funeral.
Meg?
You know each other?
Kinda. I haven't seen you since the wedding. This is a little above and beyond your bridesmaid duties, don't you think?
I'm sorry. Haven't you ever heard of frenemies?
Enough! We have more important things to talk about.
Like why you killed me?
Yes. And your mother. And your father.
My father?
Oh, how precious. You still think that was an accident?
You evil son of a bitch.
Maybe. I didn't know my mother.
But why our family? Why my mother?
Because she was desperate.
For what?
For children, of course. Her body failed her year after year. That's why she came to me. She heard I was experimenting with a new fertility drug. Well, it wasn't tested or approved or legal in the traditional sense, but it was very effective.
So you injected my mother with...
A super serum, and it worked. I noticed the changes in her genes right away. Surprised the dickens out of me. I tried that treatment on hundreds of others without success, you see. But there was something different about your mother's DNA. I started her on treatments a year before you were born and continued them through the birth of your sister.
And then you killed my mother.
Well, not on purpose. When you were born, your genes were even more special. But I couldn't figure out why. So I went further. I started you on treatments as well during the course of your regular checkups. And then I increased the dosage of your mother just to see what the impact would be on the next child.
Diana.
Oh, but the dosage was too much for your mother. While giving birth the second time, her heart burst. There was nothing I could do for her.
You did plenty.
Her death was hard on me too, Thomas. I took that research failure quite personal. Besides, I only had you and Diana left. Well, I continued your treatments and started her on treatments as well, but not with much hope.
What was your excuse for killing my father? Was that another research failure too?
Please, no. It was a necessity. Smart man, your father. Too smart. I made sure his lawsuit went nowhere, but he kept asking questions. Terribly irritating. He had to go.
But why? What were you hoping to accomplish?
Eternal life, right? It's always eternal life.
When you died unexpectedly, at the peak of your physical health, I couldn't understand why. I snuck into the morgue to take a tissue sample, but I was interrupted by men taking you away for a burial. I even had to sign a release form with the people at the morgue just to maintain my cover.
What tipped you off I was still alive?
Well, you did when you showed up at your sister's house days after the funeral.
You kept tabs on my sister even though you already knew you failed?
Well, I thought I would provide her with a friendly shoulder to cry upon. Frankly, I was just looking for an in.
An in?
Well, the girl is very attractive, you know.
Super pervy.
Your resurrection was a game changer, especially when I saw what you could do. Eventually, I wondered if death itself was the key. There was no coming back for your mother, of course. But you.
Yes?
I had you watched to see what you would do. Your recklessness during the first few years or so made surveillance too easy. But then you got cautious and vanished. So I let certain people know that I was looking for you. And then I waited.
Enter Mama Blues.
Precisely. And when Lois tried to help, well, here we are.
But what do you want?
If I'm right, Thomas, your resurrected blood is liquid gold. To be sure, I need to test it and you. I knew you wouldn't come along quietly. So I took Lois as my bargaining chip. And that brings us up to date. How about it, Thomas? Does your precious Lois die? Or do you help me advance science beyond the dreams of mankind?
Dreams of mankind, my ass. You just want to perfect the serum so you can inject yourself with it.
Eternal life. Didn't I say that?
Well, mad science does have its perks, especially when you're the only one with the secret.
Not the only one.
Oh, and she made such good coffee.
Doc!
I told you I was not to be disturbed.
We've got a problem. The perimeter's been breached.
What are you talking about?
I found one of the boys passed out cold. Took some slapping around, but he finally came to. Said some girl grabbed his face.
Well, my boy, it seems like your friends are trying to rescue. Go tell Mama and the girls that I need their assistance one more time. As for you, I trust that you can provide a nice, welcoming department.
Sure thing, Doc.
Now that you know your position, I would appreciate it if you would prepare yourself for the necessary procedures. Sorry to put you out, but someone has to hold the gun. And I seem to be short an assistant.
Yeah, I noticed.
I trust there'll be no unpleasantness. It's just a little blood, after all. I don't think I'll need more than a few pints.
Good job with those guards back there.
Child's play.
You're like some kind of human detector, right? You ever thought about being a bounty hunter, like a secret agent or something? You got a knack for it.
It helped that you were so effective at getting that guard's attention.
Teamwork.
You fell out of a fucking window. Okay, just focus. There's a lot more of them.
I mean, you can handle them, right?
Yeah, but I'd rather not have to.
Okay, so where to?
Okay, there's 3 guards down that way, not very close. There's 2 guards that way, closer. But there's one behind us coming up quick. And Thomas is somewhere. He's close, but I don't know where. Come on, we gotta move.
Found him.
No, don't hurt him!
Do what you're told, and maybe I won't have to.
Maybe?
There are no guarantees in life, Princess.
Oh yeah, you have made that very clear.
Shall we?
We've got the prisoners. Taking them to the cell now.
Is that my shirt? No.
Oh, what happened?
You don't remember? Do you have anything to say?
I have lots to say.
When have you ever not had lots to say, Pops?
Runs in the family, I guess.
Are you all right?
I'll live.
How about you?
I felt better, but apparently I was dead. So
Dead? Does that mean that she's gonna get powers like...
I guess we'll see.
And then you will see that I have done the impossible.
Yeah, after 30 minutes of looking at my blood, you've perfected your super serum. Nice science, buddy.
Well, if it's not right, I'll just tweak the formula and try it on another lucky soul.
Lucky to be your guinea pig?
Oh, don't knock it, my girl. After all, you can't expect to remain human if you want to be part of this ridiculous family. If you could call this clutch of misfits a family.
I would. And I do. They feel like family now. Even you, Sin. They've accepted me, even though I'm the biggest odd of all.
Don't kid yourself. They'll never fully accept you, not unless you somehow manage to fulfill their essential membership requirement.
You mean having powers?
Yes, in pursuit of which, of course, you would have to die. Tell me, Bryan, are you willing to die for your friends?
Try me.
Oh, my, how brave you've become. I honestly think that you would like to kill me if you could. Oh, but I must caution you not to act on that instinct.
Why? What have I got to lose?
Oh, trust me. You kill me, you kill us all.
How do you figure?
Within this watch is a heart monitor. If my heart stops, it sends a signal to a receiver. That receiver triggers a 60-second clock, at the end of which, boom.
So you're saying that somewhere in this house there's a bomb?
Honey, the house is the bomb.
Oh, you are really milking this whole comic book villain thing, aren't you?
Oh, indeed. I have been in the darkness too long, cultivating my role as a super genius scientist. It is refreshing to get proper recognition from someone other than the henchman. Do you have any idea how frustrating it is to toil year after year at your true calling without anyone acknowledging your efforts?
Yes, I do actually.
Perhaps you do at that. Yet, you are too young to fully understand how many hours you must put in to break both the laws of biology and metaphysics. Oh, it's exhausting, yet rewarding. Let that be a lesson to you, my boy. Protestant work ethic and whatnot.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
I mean, think of it. I'm on the verge of conquering death itself. Without my iron will and limitless resources, I don't know how I could have managed it. Fortunately, I have what it takes to achieve greatness.
But it took a lot more than money and willpower, didn't it?
How do you mean?
You left out one thing that makes you dangerously unpredictable.
I like that. Continue on.
It's the one thing that made you step over the edge of sanity itself. Fear.
Fear? What do you imagine that someone like me would be afraid of?
You name it. Mortality, failure, people that are better than you, the odds. I mean, you claim to have an iron will, but you've never had the will to test your serum out on yourself. Something any other self-respecting nut job obsessed with eternal life would do.
I am a man of science.
You're a coward. You can't even commit to a decent self-destruct device. I mean, a 60-second time bomb? Please. I bet it's actually one of those movie bombs that takes 2.5 minutes to count down, giving you plenty of time to escape. I mean, evil mastermind? The Sinister Six wouldn't even take you, and they have Mysterio.
That's a fair point.
Fear is what built you, Doc, and fear is what's gonna bring you down, because nothing can be turned against you quite as powerfully as your own fear. A friend taught me that. You're not even Dr. Frankenstein. You're Igor.
Igor? There was no Igor, you cretin.
This is a complete waste of time. I cannot wait until that boy is dead.
Baby Blues, I have to apologize. All I wanted to do was be there for you for once. I couldn't even do that right. I'm sorry.
For what? For not trying then or for trying now?
Both, I guess. And for this. Diana!
Yeah. Oh, that was invigorating. Code green detention level. Oh, half a dozen guards should calm things down nicely. What the hell happened to her? Make yourself useful and pick her up.
You know, I don't think I'm comfortable working for a coward.
Do you think I'm the sort of man that would be defeated by something as normal as fear?
Let's find out. This is gonna hurt.
The timer!
Sin!
I think I might have an answer for you about that whole immortality thing.
No, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna make it through this.
Bryan, you know why I call you Pigeon? It's because the most fatal and devastating disease in the world is hope. And humans are the carriers.
Phil, what are you doing here? This whole place is about to explode. This is no time for art. Save yourself. I don't know what you want me to do.
Draw a fucking door on the wall.
There, now we can all stare at this beautiful picture of a door I drew when we explode. This is the worst Deus Ex Machina ever. Oh no, after you. Go ahead.
Is he dead? Not this time.
Well, that answers that question.
What did I miss?
Oh, nothing. You just died again.
Well, the first time was so great, I figured, why not?
Anything different the second time?
I don't know. You don't really remember the first time.
Well, that's something to look forward to.
That backward, too.
Huh?
Something to look backward to? I mean, it's semantics, but yeah.
What is he talking about? Also, why is he talking?
Phil could always talk. He's just very literal.
Somebody gonna let me in on the joke here?
All right. no shit, there I was, just minding my own business at the bar. In walks Thomas. He's got you cradled under his arm, you're bleeding all over the place. Being the only one here with medical training.
Medical training?
Yeah, first aid merit badge, 1982.
Jesus.
Phil is the one who patched you up.
So, you saved me.
No, actually, you bled out before I found the bandages, so.
You mean...
You were dead.
Way dead. But then a half hour later, your wounds closed up and you started breathing. So, I had Phil patch you up until we could figure out what to tell you. And I told Phil to keep it to himself.
No, what you said was,
I'm gonna need you not to say anything until we know what his power is.
Like I said, Phil is extremely literal.
So what, I can just draw things to life now?
That's up to you to find out, man. The important thing to remember is that even though you are the normiest norm that I have ever met, really you've been one of us since the beginning.
So what happens now?
Nope.
Shut it.
never gonna happen.
Oh, I think I liked you a lot better when you were a mute.
Can't believe you guys didn't ask about it once.
I just thought it was some phase you were going through.
Told you.
What, did you kiss Angus again? Worst leprechaun ever.
You should try being a leprechaun, not a leprechaun.
Irish leprechauns have good luck, and the Scottish leprechauns have bad luck. What's he supposed to do about it?
Be grumpy. A lot.
Fair.
Wait, if Angus is bad luck, is he the reason Sin's business is burned down?
Oh no, that was me. My bad. Whoops.
So you still believe in happy endings?
Of course.
How? Considering all we've gone through, how everything turned out, all the losses?
Has it ended yet?
No, I guess not.
So?
So?
Did you get it?
Nice. We can hang it up next to the sign.
Sign?
Oh, I totally forgot I had something made for you guys.
Beautiful. I think I know just where to put it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Waking Robots.
Don't know what I'm seeing. This world's a stranger to me. In the dark we were fighting. In the dark we were hiding. Don't know what I'm doing. I was barely moving.
So what's next, guys? Spin-off?
Actually, I was thinking sequel.
I have an idea for a prequel.
Go on.
Cut.